Good morning. Welcome to WEC's Reliability and Security Virtual Workshop. My name is Maylee Cook. I am a Training and Outreach Specialist at WEC. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our virtual workshop today. First, a couple of quick announcements. Our enforcement training sessions continue in April and in May. Save the dates for these sessions. They will provide an introduction to an enforcement topic. April will focus on mitigation and internal controls, and May will focus on non-compliance processing. We will drop some links to those meeting events in the chat. Also, we have our Reliability and Security Oversight Monthly Update. That will be April 20th. April's topic will focus on the revised FACT standards that become effective on April 1st, 2024, related to establishing and communicating SOLs. We'll get that link into the chat as well. I'm also excited to announce our fall workshop, which will be held in downtown San Diego on October 31st and November 1st. Be sure to save the date. Registration is slated to open in May. Our antitrust and other meeting statements. All WEC meetings are conducted in accordance with the WEC antitrust policy and the NERC antitrust compliance guidelines. All participants must comply with the policy and guidelines. This meeting is public. Confidential or proprietary information should not be discussed in open session. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted publicly. By participating, you give your consent for your name, voice, image, and likeness to be included in that recording. WEC strives to ensure the information presented today is accurate and reflects the views of WEC. However, all interpretations and positions are subject to change. If you have any questions, please contact WEC's legal counsel. I'll now turn the time over to Steve Noss, Vice President of Reliability and Security Oversight at WEC.
Great, thanks, Maylee. Appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Happy spring. Thanks for joining us for our spring workshop. This morning, as of this morning, actually, I understand that there's more than 700 people registered, so I'm really excited about the conversations I know we'll be having today. I want to extend a special thanks out to my WEC colleagues too, who have really done a great job, I think, at creating some incredible content for everybody today. And thanks to all of you who are participating for spending the day with us as we tell the tale of two entities. Go to the next slide, please, just kind of as a backdrop here. So as part of what I characterize as just good regulatory philosophy in the work that we do in registration and certification and throughout our compliance monitoring and enforcement programs, collectively just the CMEP, I would say, we try to apply risk basis to everything we do. And we try to support reliability and security through our programs by focusing and seeking to understand how our registered entities are able to identify and mitigate their own risks. So what an individual entity does and how they identify and mitigate their own risks really informs us and matters in terms of what we do. I know we've had workshops like this for a long time, and I've really been thankful that we've always focused on sharing best practices, good experiences. Oftentimes, many of you from our entities help to provide content and share your experiences. And this supports everybody in making everyone's programs better. And we're still doing that today, of course, but we're going to do something a little bit different to try to illustrate the power of differentiating experiences within our work based on what we understand about any individual given entity, their performance, their risk, their investment and development of their own compliance culture, and their own strong controls. All of that matters. And so we're characterizing this as a tale of two entities. A major focus here at WEC in the Reliability and Security Oversight Group is to try to enhance how we integrate all of the components of our CMEP. And we think that should enhance the stakeholder experience overall. We call it a vision of one CMEP mindset and experience. We want to make sure it's clear from the outside looking in how each of the components of registration and the CMEP work together and contribute in more seamless ways. And it's not a new program, it's not a new initiative. There's no capitalized term for one CMEP. In fact, we think it's just in support of a long-standing emphasis in our risk-based work. We're just giving expanded breadth to what we've always long envisioned in delivering differentiated experiences, really just good regulatory practice. And want to share with you and want to share with everybody here how different entities should have different experiences with us based upon the particular facts and circumstances, qualities, focus, investment on their programs, and how well they're able, again, to identify and mitigate their own risks. So we're hoping that today helps to peel the curtain back a little bit. We want entities who, as I characterize it, and entities who compare scopes around the proverbial water cooler. We hope that you'll explore a little bit deeper about whether something is just in scope, right? Whether you have PRC 5 or FAC 8 or CIP 7 or whatever requirement might be, quote, in scope. Stronger entities with good performance history and investment in a strong culture of compliance and controls with operationalized governance. They should all have differentiated experiences in what and how we test and monitoring, how we evaluate risk of a potential non-compliance, than an entity who doesn't have that culture and doesn't have that same level of history and focus on performance. And so even when the same requirements might be in scope, again, what and how we look within that scope are going to be what matters. And you're going to see that through an exploration of Orco Electric Company and Sun Bear Power. And I'm really happy for the quality of presentations that our teams made. I hope that there's a lot of engagement. I hope that this generates discussion beyond today. And I'm really excited for the conversations that will occur today. So again, welcome. Look forward to the day, and we'll go to the next slide. It's got the agenda, and I'll turn it back over to Maylin. I appreciate everybody for being here today.
Thank you, Steve. So our sessions today will start with the Align and SEL experience. We'll move into oversight planning and risk assessments, and then risk impacts and cold weather, supply chain risk management, and then a comparative enforcement experience. So that's what we'll be doing today. We hope to see you at 9:45 for our first session, which is the Align and SEL experience. Thank you, everyone.